Well, I think the Latin American market is an absolutely dynamic part of the world. What really excites me today is that if you look at the marketplace, we're seeing explosive population growth in very key markets there. And from a media perspective, many of the markets in Latin America are adopting technology at a very rapid clip. In fact, depending on what research you look at, there are some countries such as Brazil that are actually leading the way in online usage, spending upwards of 6 to 8 hours a day online. And so it's very intriguing and exciting for a marketer is to look at a region with such dynamic marketplaces and see how consumers again are adopting technology, how they're using online media, and also how they're adopting even device-specific components such as mobile. And those, I think, are the really kind of key, exciting parts of the region for a marketer today. Yeah, the world of consumer packaged goods is quite crowded and highly competitive. And how we distinguish ourselves is by our brands. And specifically, we tried to build very meaningful relationships with our consumers through our brands. And that requires deep human understanding, key consumer insights, and very powerful ideas to connect with consumers, and understanding the diversity and not only the cultural diversity, but the diversity of the various marketplaces in a highly dynamic region like Latin America is really critical for us. So we need to make sure that we have the right brands in the right countries, delivering on the needs of consumers. Yes, I think there are two key areas of disruption. There are many areas of disruption, but from my perspective, there are two fundamental disruptions that are occurring, and that is the fragmentation of media and consumers' expectations for brands. And if you kind of unpack both those components, if you look at media fragmentation, we're seeing hyper media fragmentation across, traditional media, for lack of a better term, broadcast TV, radio, etc., as well as online channels. And that fragmentation is both a barrier and an opportunity for marketers. It's a barrier to the extent that now we have numerous channels that we have to truly understand how to use and when to use them. And it's an opportunity in that if we use the right channels, we can be that much closer to the consumer and have a better chance of delivering the right message at the right time to that consumer. The other area of disruption is the bottom line is that consumer expectations are simply rising. And that's not unique to Latin America. That is a global phenomenon, but it surely applies to Latin America as well, where consumers want to know more about the brands that they're buying, and they want to understand what they stand for, and where they're produced, and how they're going to engage with those brands. And again, it's also a barrier and opportunity. It's a barrier, and to the extent that the expectation continues to rise, and we need to meet that expectation, which makes it more challenging every year. But again, it also provides us an opportunity to truly understand the needs and wants of the consumer and deliver on their expectations. Yeah, it's a great question, because I think it really flows from some of the previous answers. The opportunity is to truly understand human behavior much more so than we ever have, and then take that understanding and those rich insights and create ideas and therefore experiences that are truly meaningful for consumers. And with all the great technological advances we've had over the last 10 years, it's really giving us the opportunity to have that much deeper understanding, and again, deliver experiences throughout the path to purchase for when that consumer wants to engage with our brands. So for me, it's an incredibly dynamic time. It's also daunting time to be a marketer, but I would also argue it's one of the most exciting times. And again, a region like Latin America is probably one of the best examples of where all those dynamics are coming together to provide us a wonderful environment to develop deep relationships with consumers. I'd really encourage everyone to join in and attend the Portada Latin American Summit on June 3rd and 4th. I think you're going to find there's going to be a wealth of information, both in how to connect with consumers and also how to inspire people to develop meaningful consumer relationships, as well as new and exciting ways to connect with consumers in this highly dynamic marketplace.